Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Curry, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. Today we're going to be tackling one of the key issues that cause a sexless relationship. And I think one of the things that most people sort of overlook is that when it comes to being a man and being in a relationship, one of the key things that you have to be able to do is not be reactive to any situation. I think we talked about this in the past few episodes where I was saying that you have to have a set point, you have to be like a thermostat and really set the conditions of how things are going to go. And I think when most people don't do that, one of the things that I think I made an episode about this, really trying to give you some sort of structure on how you can take control of this. Because I was being asked the question, how do you actually take control? How do you become the actual thermostat? And the key thing is really having a mission. And we talked about how to start tackling that mission using the morning formula. And again, if you want to learn about the morning formula, go to the Thriving Tribesman Instagram and then type in case study. And by doing that and really having that morning formula, it really restructures your goals. And then once you know where you want to go with the goals, and I think there's a part of it within the morning formula where you have rules, and those rules are the things that you do every single day. And when you do them every single day, you're doing it as contributors to getting closer to the goal that you've set. So what that does is it creates momentum, and then because you are within that momentum, your mind is solely focused on achieving those specific goals, those short-term ones, in order to then eventually hit those long-term goals. And this is very important because being able to do that, it means that you are pushing yourself into uncomfortable territory. Sometimes you're going to be uncomfortable. And when you start confronting uncomfortable situations and then getting comfortable being in uncomfortable situations, what that does is that it creates this self-confidence inside you. And when you are in a sexless relationship, those are the first things that go, like your self-confidence. And sometimes that self-confidence is also has come about, or the lack of self-confidence has come about because of low self-esteem. And there's a difference between the two. When you talk about self-esteem, it's usually something that's to do with something that's happened that's traumatic from the past. And it's how you view yourself. So you see yourself as somebody who's low and not worthy of any respect. That's self-esteem. When it comes to confidence, it's your abilities to be good at certain skills. So they interchange and they interact. And when you can start focusing on your goals and your mission, you start really building on your self-esteem. And as you get comfortable being in uncomfortable situations, you build your skill, and your skill gets much better, which then creates confidence. Now, when you start doing this all together, you start finding yourself into momentum. When you are full of confidence and moving forward, rejection becomes nothing. You become immune to it, but pretty much bulletproof. And when it comes to being around people, it becomes infectious. The way you talk, the way you got a positive outlook on the way things are happening. And this is how you become that thermostat that sets the tone. And when you are in this momentum, it means that there's certain things that have caused you, in fact, I'll backtrack a little bit. There's certain things that have caused you to end up in this sexless relationship. And I think one of the major issues is that you are not willing to go into uncomfortable situations. And therefore, it means that you also delay decision making. I think before Christmas, we talked about decision making and delaying decisions. And there's an analogy that I heard recently, and I thought that was really good. That when you are a tribesman and you know that in the mountains there's a dragon, the moment you've discovered there's a dragon, you do not wait for it to come and then attack you. A tribesman goes up and then goes and tries and attack it in its lair. Because when the sooner you can go and try and tackle it in its lair, you might be able to find it sleeping. You might find it when it's still young, small, and easy to tackle. If you wait for it to grow, if you wait for it to come and attack, it's now a beast. It's a monster. The the likelihood of it consuming you is pretty high. Whereas if you go through its layer, you've got a better chance of actually destroying it before it becomes this monster. So there's a very important lesson in this, is that you have to have the ability to really get yourself into uncomfortable situations and then be comfortable in those uncomfortable situations. And this is where you start gaining momentum, especially when you have a vision. Now most guys really struggle with this because they don't really have a vision. They don't really know where to go. I mean, you're probably working, you're probably a professional, and you find yourself more in a dead-end job, or maybe you want to get promotion, but you don't know how. You lack confidence to go to your boss and ask for a raise. Maybe you lack the ambition to actually go further within the company. Maybe there's something that you wanted to do within business, maybe, but then you just sort of don't have the confidence to move forward and do it. And for you to actually get this momentum and have the ability to do it, it starts again with the morning formula. When you set that goal, that mission, and then you start doing things every single day to try and achieve those goals in that mission. And this is a very important part when it comes to changing your sexless relationship, is that when you are within that momentum. I'll put it to an example. So with me, my wife, she knows I've been trying to build an online business, a coaching business for a while. And there's been a lot of failures along the way. And with those failures, it's built resilience. And she knows that I will make time to make the podcast. I'll make time to have calls. And with that, she likes the fact that I'm in momentum. The best scenario would be for us to be successful with it, and then be able to get her to retire from her job. I retire from my job. For our family, for our family to be good financially, that's the best scenario. But currently, our scenario is good because I have momentum in life, regardless of whether I become financially successful or not. The fact that I've got ambition to do something is what makes it attractive to me. And this is one of the biggest loss when it comes to men within a sexless relationship. In fact, I'm going to say this and then probably finish off on this. There's one big lie that you've probably been telling yourself, which means, I'm so sorry about this, but I'm going to say it. Your dick is the cheapest commodity when it comes to a relationship. Like, your dick is very cheap. Yes, you're probably married. Yes, you're probably in a relationship. Has got offer for dicks every single day. Like right now, if your partner went out and said to 10 guys, do you want to have sex with me? Even though they know that she's got a boyfriend or a wife, they will still want to fuck her. Whereas you, if you went to 10 women and said to them right now, can you fuck me? The chances are it might not even happen. So you have to build value within your dick. So you have to build value inside it. And the way you build value inside it is doing this. What I'm telling you is that you have to fortify your mind, focus your energy, and focus it on things where you are on a mission. And part of that is actually really tackling very difficult situations. And like at the moment, I'm struggling in terms of my fitness. I haven't gone to the gym. I've had issues since my car accident. So the first day of going back to the gym is the 5th of February, which is a Monday. I know it's going to be hard. I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I feel self-conscious because I put on some weight. I'm going to feel a bit embarrassed because I lost loads of weight before that. My diet had gone to shit and so on. So I feel uncomfortable, but I know for a fact that if I go into it, yes, people might judge a little bit, but after a week, after 2 weeks, I'll start getting that momentum again. And it's really about making those decisions that you might feel a bit down. Maybe you might feel like you're going to be judged. And it's really being comfortable with those uncomfortable situations. And like I said, when you start doing this is what increases the value of your dick. So I can't say it without laughing, but hopefully that really resonates with you, and you can actually see that you can change your sexless relationship, but it's going to take you to do some work. Now, if you want some help with this, like I said before, you can go to our Instagram, Thriving Tribesmen, and you can come and you can join our case study group. We're going to be closing that down soon. Or if you just want a strategy call where we can give you some strategy free, completely free. And in fact, if you come over and you come over to the session, we'll be offering you an opportunity to have one of our t-shirts, printed t-shirt with Thriving Tribesman logo on it, and you can get it for free. So I'll be able to post it for you just for coming for a call. So because I'll be wanting to just give you as much value as possible. So thank you very much for listening. I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.